I see myself having two routes in life, dying or going to prison. Hello everyone, I would like to start off by saying that no, I don't have a horrible life. I've never been abused or beaten. I made this Reddit account solely for the purpose of this post as today is my birthday. I turned 18 12 hours ago. This topic is something I've been hiding for many years now, yet I can never seem to shake this gut feeling off. I don't see myself going past 30. I've had this lingering anxiety for many years now that I will die soon, either by my own hands or by someone else's. That or I will end up going to prison for committing a crime. There is something wrong with me internally, and I know there is. As a background, I am a daughter of an immigrant. The reason I don't say immigrants is because I don't have any family here. It's been just me and my mom for about 12 years now. I flew here alone at the age of 6. No siblings, no cousins, as they were all left back in my home country. I've been in solitude for all of my life. My father lives here in the same city I do, but I hate him because he has never taken care of me. All he ever did was visit me once every 4 months, take me to a toy shop, then leave me behind again. I would question myself and ask why couldn't I been born into a happy family with just stable parents. When I first came here, it was hard for me to adjust. I didn't understand the language, and everything had changed for me overnight. I grew up in a small hometown with a population about 7K, and now, suddenly I was in this huge city with about 11 million people. The nature was gone, my family, and my childhood. When I moved, it was the last time I would ever talk to any of my family members ever again. They never called or asked for my number. I grew separate from them and felt like I was abandoned. I thought that as the youngest in a teen it would have made more sense for them to ask to rekindle with me. I was the one who was taken away after all, but I know this is just my selfishness speaking. My mother has worked every single day since the moment I came here, as my dad doesn't really import anything. We're poor. This is the worst tumble of my life, because as previously mentioned, she is my only family member I have here. Parent-teacher conferences, Christmas, Thanksgivings. Hell, I'm even spending this birthday alone writing this, but I understand she's doing this for both of us. Yet it still hurts. I've just been very alone all my adolescence. For all my life I've been a bit off. That's what my family claim. I've always been the quiet type. Even back in my hometown. It's just never been easy for me to make friends. I would always be alone by myself on the swing set, or sit at the back of the classroom. I don't know why I was born like this. Sometimes I wonder if there was some sort of trauma back then that I forgot about, or if I've ever been a victim and my brain just so happens to delete everything as a coping mechanism. One instance I do remember though is seeing a dead body at the age of 5 in my hometown. Long story short, my sister had a friend who was so depressed he hung himself. He was only 12. I'm not exactly sure when it was, but I believe it was during a funeral and it was open casket. I don't remember much, but I remember someone left me unsupervised and I went up to peek inside not knowing what was inside the big box people were carrying. I remember vividly the lifeless eyes staring back at me as my smile dropped. They were gray and his mouth was slightly open, almost like he regretted his decision and was seeking for any gasps of air he could find. My mom told me I would always become scared when I talked about it. From then on I've always had the concept of death. I knew that one day that would be me. Maybe that's the reason I'm not normal. I hate that this is my life. I wish I could have been born by the beachside in a small town somewhere, or at the very least grow up with people who showed they love me. I have no inspirations, no hobbies, no life paths or careers I'm willing to seek out. I am a shell of a person. I feel like God is going to sentence me to death because I'm not a good human being. I'm envious of friends, of families, of beautiful girls, of everybody. I'm going to die soon and I'm scared. I'm going to enroll in the military in about a year. I feel like then it's when it will happen, when I will die. Not sure how, maybe I'll drown, or get shot in the battlefield after new war breaks out. I'm just sad because I feel when I do, I will go to hell. Another thing is, if I don't end up dying I will go to jail, and I really don't want to. It's been about 3 years since my depression subsided, but it never went away. Something that gets me up in the morning is the feeling of being in love. I love that feeling, not the person, but the feeling. Throughout my whole life I've developed several crushes just for the sake of looking forward to something when I wake up. Whether it be walking down the hallway and seeing his face, smelling his cologne, or getting flustered when he talks to me, I love the dopamine. I wish one day I could find that special somebody, get married, have a family, be perfect for him. I would devote myself just to make my husband happy. I wish I could wake up every day and make him cute lunchboxes so he can take to work. Give him massages when he's stressed, though unfortunately, I question if it's true love I feel or obsession. I have unhealthy obsessions with the people I once crushed on. One time I did something that could have gotten me expelled or at the very least suspended, all just to check my crush at the time school schedule, so I could walk the same hallways as him and meet him unintentionally, not giving him more than a glass. Every day it would just be me thinking about him, when I wake up, when I went to school, when I came back from home, when it was time to sleep, when I felt his embrace in my dreams. Repeat. I'm very ashamed I viewed these people this way. I once had a talking stage with another guy just so I could get my mind off my crush. I liked him for a while, but I never felt the secret admiration I did for the other. I didn't love him. I don't even think I can love anyone, or maybe I do but I haven't met the person yet. I don't know. I wish I could be with an older guy who wants commitment, yet I know I act too immature. I know others will think it's disgusting and vile. These obsessions of fake romance are what's going to get me to delude myself. I get jealous easily. I don't want to hurt myself or anyone. I wish I could just be normal. But there's no doubt in my mind that there is something wrong with me. Therapy is not an option as my mom doesn't believe in any of that. This is my first and final post, and if anything gets better maybe I'll update someday.